Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Always good to have you. It's 2025. It's just the second week of the year. And I thought I'd dive into the 7 well-beings. A lot of people say 8 well-beings, and I'll share the eighth at the end and why. I don't necessarily push people over the eighth well-being. It's a personal journey for that, not necessarily a group. The first time, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had never heard of the 7 well-beings or 8 well-beings, as you like to call it. But I was going through a very depressive moment, and I was also soul searching for what my purpose would be. And a friend who at the time was a mentor as well walked me through what the 8 well-beings was. And she said, "This is why, Flavia, you feel like your career is thriving, your finances are thriving, but there's something missing. It's because you have not gone at life looking for success wholesome. You're not wholesome. So I want to give you that gift of being wholesome. The first well-being which I prioritize is health. Because if I've got money, career, family, lover, and all of that without the health, it's useless. We saw in COVID that you must take care of yourself. You must prioritize taking care of yourself. Otherwise, your body keeps receipts. Okay. So for health, it's obvious. It's what you take into your body, how fit you stay, all of that. And for me, I've told myself that health isn't a thing you do at once. You go to a doctor and fix it. No, it's your lifestyle. That's obvious. But if it isn't, I'm saying it. Health is a lifestyle. You've got to remind yourself about what you're eating. Are you making good decisions? So just like they've told you that it's 80% of what you eat and what's on your plate, and 20% the gym or the fitness that moves the needle for you health wise. For me, I do that. I do 80% great decisions and 20% bad decisions. I don't aim to make the bad decisions, but I give myself grace 20% of it to make bad decisions. So I know I should drink water. I do. I should sleep. That one I haven't perfected properly. But I know when to take naps if I need to. I know how to, go to the doctor when I need to go to. For me, a few years ago, I had really bad allergies and I stopped taking as much medication for anything. You have a headache, take a painkiller, a painkiller. I stopped all of that. And I learned how to, just things, that you grow in your garden. Lemongrass, rosemary, those are things that, if you have a headache, you know what to do. You plant some chamomile. If you are feeling a bit sick, you take that. If you're feeling a bit restless, anxiety, you fix that. So I had to teach myself how to take care of my body from in to out. So health is key. Take care of your health this year first. That would be my opinion. The second well-being is social, which now caters for the relationships you have. The platonic relationships to just your friends, your colleagues, your acquaintances, and then of course the lover that you have in your life, whichever way the relationship is. It's very important to nurture relationships or your social battery because that's what keeps us alive. Man is not an island. You need people, you need great relationships with people. You need to network frequently just to be able to know that you're not alone. Yeah. And so the social is not that it's like planting a seed. You give, and then you'll get. So even if it's your personal relationship with your lover, date nights don't have to be obvious date nights. Find a way to just talk to each other. Find a way to sit with each other. Don't complicate each other's lives for now and then. I was telling someone that for me, I don't wait for date nights for us to have a conversation. And the conversation doesn't have to be serious. Sometimes we just gossiping. People watch when we go on dates. Just be free, be friends, but that takes time. So your social battery or your social well-being is for you to nurture the relationships you have and to just find a way to grow other relationships or to start them. So after health and social is occupational. The occupational well-being is, of course, your work. What you do, maybe it's a business, maybe it's a career, maybe it's your side hustles, whatever it is that, is work. It falls under occupation. It's good to nurture this. I've told you in the last vlog, if you missed it, I think as we're winding up 2024, that be of value. Get the skills that you need to be of value in the marketplace. Don't just go around saying that I studied and work. What are you valuable at? And the way I like to see it, or the way I approach occupation, is that if this year if somebody asked you, let's say for me, you say, Flavia, what do you do? I say, I'm a highly paid expert. A highly paid expert at what? So then I perfect that thing, which I told you last year, but I'm repeating. Become a highly paid expert in whatever it is you do, which means you have to work at it, improve it, reskill, upskill. Yeah. So that's occupation. The next is environment. It's important. that around you, you can operate. Some of you have workspaces at work. If you pass by, you'll be like, how do you sit there for 8 hours a day? You know, you're home, you're organized. When we look at you, you're cool, you're prim and proper. But if I enter your house, it's the opposite. I used to be like that. We're not perfect, you know. The car, even this one, I haven't perfected fully. But you know, sometimes your car has everything. It has the bottles, it has the shoes, the extra clothes, the makeup. Organized, a decluttered environment declutters the mind. Trust me. When you have an environment that's organized, everything is in place, everything is clean, you start to think openly, you start to think about good, big ideas. So, environment is very important. So, you've done the health, done the social, the occupational, the environment, the financial is key. And the financial isn't, I'm just going to make money. Look at your expenses as well. Some of you are not broke, you're not poor, you just spend badly. You know, some of you don't know what your net worth is. You know, is it just, oh yeah, you eat as you earn? So check your expenses. Check your finances. What are your goals? What's your money goal this year? What's the amount of money that is on your wish list to make this year? Like at the end of 2025, I should have made 10 million, 100 million, 300 million. How will I do it? So, financial is for you to understand your financial health. Some of you are going into relationships, you're going to get married this year. Do you know the financial health or financial well being of your partner? Because as you know, when you get married, you take on each other's problems. You take on the good, just to take on the bad. If he has debt, we have debt. If he doesn't know how to handle money, we don't know how to handle money. If he doesn't have money, we don't have money. Okay. If she also, I don't want you to say I'm telling you guys only, but about girls. So, but you've got to talk about these things openly. Finances can ruin relationships. Finances ruin friendships. So you know your health, you know your social, you know your environmental, you know your occupational, now you know your finances. The thing before I get to the seventh, which is physical, I wanted to mention the eighth, which I normally don't like to mention that much to people, which is spiritual. Spiritual is key. I have a very, very good relationship with God, but I don't like to force everybody to have the relationship with God. Do you know what I mean? I like my life to speak to you, and then I can tell you about God. So for me, I don't think you've heard me many times come here and preach, believe is God. Why don't you believe is God this way? People have to find their own journey, have to start their own journey with God or Allah or Buddha, whoever you believe. So it's a good thing to note. That's part of the well-being, spiritual, but I don't like to, always go at it. The seventh is physical. That's the seventh well-being. And I mean, physical sounds quite obvious because it's what you look like. It's the look and feel of things. Take care of yourself. This is where the self-care comes in. Make sure you take care of your skin, take care of your body, look a certain way. Know the tones that look good for you. Which when you wear blue, what do you look like? When you wear certain types of dresses or jeans, how do you look? Because you should care. You should care what you look like. Don't just see certain people who, for example, have leadership positions or in great positions of importance, but when they show up, you're like, what's up? Because they're like, oh no, I'm so busy, I don't care. I used to be those people like, I mean, taking care of myself is beneath me. No, you should care what you look like because that's the first representation. Before you even open your mouth to speak, before we discover how much of a genius you are, sweetie, look nice. And I'm not telling you to go and use 1,000,000 shillings to look nice, just bare minimum, really. Okay, neat. Look neat. Take care of your physical appearance, and that will round up 7 or 8 well beings for you. That means that you're wholesome. You're not just achieving in one part of your life, but you're taking care of all of you. Till next week. Bye bye.